only Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got...
Sugar Ray Robinson. Many consider him to be the greatest. Sugar Ray Leonard, one of the four.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from New York, here is...
What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Miss with that jab. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. Will get knocked out. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You see the nerves on that fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Good looking jab. They are giving us a high tempo show. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Look at the hand speed and footwork between these two elite level middleweights. Hook misses. A perfect counter lands. This fighter is all about finesse, using a lot of angles and lateral movement.
If you're an outside fighter, you've got to use that straight jab, the straight right hands, the straight left hands. Doing it that way, it makes it so awkward for anybody to try and pin you down or even predict which way you're moving.
Defense is not an option for these two. He threw a punch and just got countered. Blocks the left uppercut. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Two evenly matched fighters in this weight class. It sometimes comes down to who's in better condition. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Punch, counter punch. Catch and shoot. Good one. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there, and you're letting the shots go. You've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. They block the jab. Nope, that hook won't score. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Good counter punch. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, there was no doubt. Let's get it started in round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. That right hook not connecting. Swing and a miss with the jab. Good counter punching. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Both fighters landing in these exchanges, Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
No rest for the weary. Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Punch, counter punch. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Beautiful counter. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. But Here we go to the fourth round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. No rest for the weary. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Run to me.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. You've just got...
It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Shot from the gods, they say.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your ball.
Did you see that? Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. The straight right just misses. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Misses with the straight left. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Talk about Robinson. Time for the 5th round. And there's the bell to start the round. They ring the bell, and here we go. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax because you know what you can do.
Down goes Sugar Ray Leonard. Let's see that again.
I've got to see that again.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? When you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Not the best start, but you know what? The cornermen now, it's down to them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, right, freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
When are we going to see a jab from these two?
Swing and a miss with the jab. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Sugar. Let's start the 6. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
A perfect counter lands. There's a counter shot. You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to fight it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Both men step back for just a moment. Well done with that counter shot. Punch, counter punch. The jab doesn't quite connect. His stamina is off the charts. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice job blocking the hook.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down?
Punch scores. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. The straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Sugar Ray Leonard in that last round. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
Just completely switched off. Get your mind back on the job. That was a
Here comes round 7. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick breath, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Catch and shoot. A lot of effort being exerted here. Nice counter shot. This is the kind of fight you expect from 2 world-class elite middleweights. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these 2 boxers, Johnny?
Now you've got 2 fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That uppercut's blocked. And it's a one-hitter quitter. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you continue?
Well, did you see that? Robinson hit hard and he may be ready to go. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. That's another scoring shot. 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. And there's the bell for round 8. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What?
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable.
Look at the swelling and the bruising. They're going to take a look, and they may stop this fight. And the referee's going to allow him to fight. Some bruising, heavy shots. And that will do it. What a victory. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
You're right, Todd.
You are right.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win.